gleaned from researching you and reading about you online, aside from the drumming, you are an incredibly positive person. You know, a very motivational force for a lot of people, not just for yourself. And you're always conscious of putting something back. You know, it's not. You have your passions, obviously. You know, drumming and music is that, but you're always putting that back into other people's lives. Do you think that energy and that motivation and that positivity makes you the musician you are?
Yes. At the end of the day, music is sharing. Like I said, it's no I and we. So if we're on stage, you know, and I made this point yesterday, I said, all right, so everybody plug in and everybody turn on your iPod. Don't tell me what you're playing, but just on the count of, 1, 2, 3, 4, just play what you're hearing. I said, who's going to pay to see that? Who's, oh yeah, this is great. I think he's playing Pantera. That sounds like Sinatra. And is that Louis Bellson? Maybe, yeah. I was like, oh my God, that's Megadeth for sure. It's like, who's going to pay to see that all at the same time? So it's sharing at the end of the day. And, if we're putting in the energy, then it's going out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like where I am with it.
Okay. I mean, you've obviously been hired by some very big names, biggest names out there, for your positivity. And obviously, you're quite good at the drums as well.
I try, man. I try. Yost and JoJo, and I've been waiting on Yost to give me lessons. This guy, he's so busy. And I just, Nick, all right, I'm gonna get lessons one day.
One person I really want to talk about is Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
I mean, did you feel a big pressure playing with Stevie? Because everybody knows and loves those grooves so well and knows those records inside out. Did he give you free rein to interpret those, or did you have to play, exactly like the records? How did that all work?
The biggest lesson I learned, if I just kind of step back and look at it for what it is, for me personally, the biggest lesson I learned is how to get people to respect. For me, yes, it was stressful. It's just me personally, because I'm just the type of person I am. I've learned, I was like the previous drummer, I know him, we're all it's a bunch of us in the mix, Stevie's the type of person where there's 3 or 4 people on each instrument deep because maybe somebody can't make it because he doesn't work all the time, But so I'm learning like lick for lick. I'm thinking if Stevie allowed it, then I'm gonna play it like I'm going way back to my roots in church. It's like I played the exact same licks, the same song, just to honor. I'm the new guy. So the last thing you want is to be sitting in front of 70,000 people for the first time with Stevie, and he's like, "What was that?" Like, you know what I'm saying? So. I stressed, and then the funny thing is I show up and he didn't.
Oh, really?
He was just like, "Hey man, pleasure to meet you. Come to find out we're from the same city." Right. Saginaw, Michigan area, and we got to talking, and he's, "Oh yeah, my people," and I was like, "Oh my God, like you family, man, what's up?" Me and Stevie, that type of thing. So after that, it was like, "Oh my God, like here it is. I'm stressing, but out of respect, just to honor his music and his stage and his moment and be a part, feel blessed to be a part of that." But he's just like, "Hey man, do you?" And I think my favorite part, just to have a selfish moment was, but he says it for every drummer. It's not just me, it's just, it's like, "Chris, do that thing you do. That. I'm like, yes! Like, oh, dude, it almost brought me to tears just to play that. I was like, I was sitting on the drums, and as soon as I went that, and people went, ah! Yeah. I was like, this is unreal. Yeah. They haven't heard a pitch, but you see what I'm saying? That caused so much respect. It just, it was just.
I suppose outside of that as well, Stevie never plays the same thing in the same way twice, does he? It's all fresh, it's all new. Mm-hmm. So he obviously welcomes that from his band as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's great. Yeah. To me, like I said, in that band, it's definitely no I and we. I mean, two percussionists, one drummer, bass player, two guitars, two keyboardists, two singers, it's like, this is it. This is a production. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was still old school. You know, it's still like, yeah, it's like, felt so good.
Fantastic. Who else are you going to be working with in the near future then? What have you got coming up?
I have some more dates with Lee Ritenour. Usually it's been myself, Lee, and Dave Grusin and Tom Kennedy, or myself, Lee, Maven Davis, John Beasley's been in the mix, and Patrice Rushen has been in the mix. So Abraham Laboyer has also been in the mix. So it just depends on, you know, what the gig is and who's available. Trying to think right offhand. I got a lot of indie session work coming up. I've been working with this Russian artist, Grisha Lips. Did his second record, earlier this year. So he's talking about doing something else, you know. Did
you meet him when you were out doing the clinics, or?
No, that was a random situation. He's like one of the Moscow or Russia's #1 pop guys.
Yeah.
I mean, typical like dream story where somebody just contacts you. Just, hey, we found your email off the internet. We've been searching. And that's what it was. Like, I read the email and I was like, oh, that's cute. Moscow? All right. So, actually, I was, like, busy. A couple days later, I got another email. I was like, oh, they're serious. I thought that was spam. Because it wasn't the same email. It was like, hey, we were wondering if you saw the video clip. So, I'm like, yeah, I started watching the clips, like millions of hits. I'm like, yeah. How you doing?
Buy yourself a new hat.
Yeah. The first thing I was looking for was a hat. Like, whoa. You know, that whole thing. Like, yeah, let's do it. I'm from Detroit. I can take the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
then you've been in Russia again recently, haven't you, with the clinics?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Clinic tour and, you know, doing all that stuff. So it's been fun. Much more clinics and camps and workshops, and I really dig that stuff, man. Like I said, it's another platform and an opportunity to inspire. I mean, it just does my heart because I see my son, but to see somebody else and they go, it's like you can see him going, and I'm just like, a little more, keep pushing, and all of a sudden they go, you go, yes, you got it. You know, it's an amazing feeling.
And you learn from that yourself as well, watching other people's learning processes and stuff. It helps you to understand how you take things on board. Yeah.
It also refines your teaching approaches because you have so many different personalities. So you got to say, I got to read you in 30 seconds to figure out the best way to get you this information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like a Rubik's Cube. You remember those? It's like,
So you're still teaching one-to-one lessons independently as well? Do you do that? Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Okay.
And then occasionally when I can, not as much as I'd like to, but in Drummers Collective in New York, still a part of that. And then, you know, wherever else I can get it in.
Yeah. And the Drum Fantasy Camp is coming up in July, is that right?
Oh, yeah. End of July into August.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's involved with that with you? What's going to be going down there?
Myself, Dave Wacko, Virgil Donati, and Dave DeCenzo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm making sure I'm not forgetting somebody. Yeah, I think it's just 4 this year. Normally it was 5.
Okay.
The first time I did it was myself, Dave Wacko, Peter Erskine, Steve Smith, and Gavin Harrison.
Yeah, sure.
That's an amazing event, amazing experience. So I'm looking forward to it.
And Weckl is a hero of yours. You've been working with him recently, haven't you?
Yeah, we've done the Higher Ground. Maybe a lot of people saw it. That I'm not saying you're not supposed to see it, but it was specifically for the pledgers. Gotcha. But it got leaked.
It's the internet.
The internet. Here we go again. You know. So we worked together, and it spawned from that week, and that was the first time, honestly, that I had a chance to sit down and talk to him, along with Steve and Peter, at the same time. And, me and Gavin had a chance to really connect. Me and Gavin have crossed paths a lot, but it was like, it's cool to kind of be forced to be with each other for 4 days, Yeah. So he was like, yeah, I got to deal with you. Who you is, that type of thing. So it was funny.
I guess that must be the lovely thing about events like this. You know, it's not just about you and the audience. It's about you connecting with fellow artists as well, and learning from each other and exchanging stories.
Yep.
What have you been learning this weekend from your fellow artists?
You know, I've seen JoJo play, and I've been around JoJo, and we've even had a greater time to connect and spend some time together. And Yos and we've had, crossed paths and we've talked and we keep in touch. And I'll never forget the first time I met him. It was him and Benny together, and it was just like they were killing me. Them two, it's just like Siskel and Ebert, no. I mean, it was hilarious. So I was really looking forward to connect with him, and I actually had a chance to just I was like, okay, I'm gonna check him out today. This guy's smooth, man. I mean, it's just the whole facial thing. It's just like, yep, like I'm feeling it. Oh, here we go. It's like he has a way of allowing creativity to be its own, but like navigate it without upsetting it. Ideas coming across, the way he approaches songs, it's like that was perfect. Like I couldn't have done any other little, I'm just like, so I'm still gleaning in Yos's moments. I know he's sitting here, but I that's my brother. I mean what I say. So
yeah. Well, that's lovely to hear this mutual respect, between the world's greatest drummers. It's sometimes as an audience member or a journalist or whatever, you assume that you've reached a certain standard and you've learned everything that you possibly could. But of course, that learning process just keeps on growing, and that's part of who you are and why you're so successful, I imagine. It
does. It never ends. And it's, even speaking again to like his tone, I was just like, I didn't realize like he just has a very even tone, but it sounds big. I was like, okay,
Well, we'll be talking to Yost in a minute, so hopefully he can.
Yeah, I'll have to leave because he's gonna, I'm still waiting on my lesson, so he's gonna chop me up. So I'll go get Chinese food while he chops me up.
Okay, well, listen, I know time is tight and you've got to go and get some food and then get back for your second performance of the weekend. So
yes,
we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. It's been an honour.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris. We'll
keep
an eye on everything Chris Coleman, and
cool.
Hope you guys do the same, Mr. Chris Coleman.